welcome to another Wednesday with me on Q&A. You can call in with whatever major life issues you have, okay? You know I'm here for you. I've been with you since the beginning of the isolation with the coronavirus. And I'm just offering these weekly Q&As, weekly support for some of you who are still in quarantine. And, you know, you're getting a little claustrophobic, you need someone to share with. I'm here for you. Let's see some of our friends who are joining on. Hello, Thanasi and Mary and Justin from South Africa. Hello, Julia from the United States and Joe from New York. It's always nice to see my friends here on YouTube and Instagram and also Facebook. That's right, we are streaming live. And I've told you all that if you want to ask me a particular life question that you have, something that's frustrating you, something that has upset you, something that is really getting on your nerves, and you're looking for a solution, you're looking for a way out, you're looking for an alternative way of viewing the problem, well, then you are invited. I've shared the link in the previous posts of going to the Zoom room. Right now, the Zoom room is open for you to post your life questions. And I'm just waiting for a few more of you to chime in and just send me your questions live. Okay, send it. Just go into the Zoom room. The password is 10,000. It's pretty clear from the instructions, and you can type in your problem, whether it's a relationship problem, whether it's a financial problem, problems with your career, problems with politics, if you're not okay with the politics, anything that gets you angry and frustrated. Just reconnecting here. Doesn't like... So go ahead and type in your questions in the comments, okay? Feel free to type in the questions in the comments. And hello, Nico, and hello, Maria, hello, Katerina. It's so nice to see you all. And Janice, nice to have you on board, and Anastasia. And all my other friends from Instagram and YouTube, as well as Facebook, we're streaming all together. So, as you know, on Wednesdays, I am here for you, okay? Exclusively for you. And you can send me any major life issue that you are struggling with. What is your biggest problem right now? What is your biggest frustration right now? Okay, because I'm going to help you solve that problem. I'm going to help you here live streaming. And if you would rather it be more private, like you don't want to say who you are, you want to keep it anonymous, if you want you to send in your problem to me in an anonymous way, just write me a message on Messenger. Just go ahead and write the message on Messenger. Who else has joining us here? And Griselda from Venezuela. Wow, that's a far distance. And Julia and Joe and Said. All of my friends, it's so nice to have you on board from all over the world. So as you know, on Fridays, I am here to answer your questions. Whatever question, whatever life issue you have, anything that is upsetting you, anything that is getting on your nerves, anything that is depressing you. Perhaps the COVID is getting to you. Just type in your questions in the comments and I can read them and I can process your question. I can process your greatest problem and fear. Now, as I said, if you want to talk to me, okay, have the conversation, just go into the Zoom room. Okay, you have the link to the Zoom room in the comments below. There's the link to the Zoom room, and we can just have a conversation. Just call in and say, Alkisti, you know, I'm really frustrated with my wife or with my husband, or I can't find a mate in my life. What should I do? I don't know, whatever your problem may be, let's have this conversation through the Zoom room, right? And, you know, don't be shy because your problem may actually help someone else, okay? Don't think only of yourself. Think of someone who's like you and they're struggling with a particular issue. They're struggling with a particular problem. And, you know, you might be able to get over it, but what about that person who's stuck? So in freeing yourself, you liberate other people. I think that's very cool. So that's one reason why I like these open Q&As, so that you can type in your most frustrating problem. Let me see who else has joined. We have Christos and Thanasi and Giovanna and Aliki. And you can type in where you're calling from. Just type in what is the country you're from, what city you're from. I see Abdul from the United Arab Emirates. I see Josephine from Austria and Mirella from the United States. I see so many wonderful friends, and it's always so nice to see you. So let's first just begin with a relaxation exercise, okay? Before you send me your questions, let's just relax, okay? Let's take a time out of our busy life, of our anxious life, and let's just take 3 deep breaths together. You would be surprised how relaxing just breathing can be. All right, so everybody just inhale once. Inhale deeply, deeply, deeply. Put back your shoulders as your lungs fill with oxygen. Just move that oxygen around as you're holding that oxygen. And now exhale. Exhale fully, fully, fully. Okay? That's right. So let's go again. Inhale deeply, deeply, deeply. Inhale, inhale. And as you're doing that, feel your facial muscles relaxing. All your facial muscles are relaxing. Your jaw is opening. It's relaxing. Hold that oxygen in your body. Make it circulate. And then exhale. Just exhale completely. Keep pushing it out. All of the stress, all of the strain. Great. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. So now I want you just to take a moment to relax your head. Okay, all the facial muscles once again. Imagine a golden light around your head, just like a halo. You know how you see in those icons of holy people? Just have a golden halo around your head. Wonderful. And now shed that golden light to your right arm. Just send the whole right arm that golden energy. Beautiful. Now to the whole left arm. Let's just send that golden light to the left arm. You're doing amazing. And what about the golden light here in the chest area, your vital organs here? Send that golden light. And just say to yourself, I am healing. I am healing myself with the positive light, the light of Greece. Excellent. And now let's send that golden light to the whole right leg. That's right, the whole right leg. Great. And now send the golden light to the whole left leg. Just send it all the way down to your toes. And now just imagine the golden light is filling your whole body. Okay? Just send that golden light. And now just center the golden light around your heart area. That's right, heart area. And now I want you to think of someone who you want to forgive, someone who you feel resentful towards, someone who you have bitterness with, okay? Think of someone who's pissing you off lately, okay? It could be several people. It could be your clients, plural, or it could be just that one person. It's better to focus on one person. And imagine their head right here, right here. Put their head, imagine their head and their shoulders right here in front of you. Excellent. And now I want you to send them forgiving energy. Just say their name and say, so-and-so, whatever their name is, I forgive you for your ignorance. I'm going to forgive you now for your ignorance. Just repeat that out loud. I am forgiving you for your emotional disability. All right, just go ahead and say that name of that person, okay? And say, I am forgiving you for your emotional disability. You know how you forgive people with disabilities? Like if you see a blind person on the street and they bump into you, you don't start shouting at that blind person. You say, oh, I'm sorry. You probably say yourself sorry, okay? So we need to encounter people with emotional disabilities in the same way. So I want you to just think of that person that really is upsetting you and say to them with your mind and send them that golden light energy and just send them and say, I am forgiving you for your emotional disability. All right? And then just say, may you be blessed. May the light shine on you. May you open your mind. Okay? Just send them some good blessings. That's all you can do right now. That's all you can do. And remember, when we're forgiving someone, we are doing it for ourselves. Okay? Who are you liberating? You're liberating yourself. Okay? And I know that some of you have real grudges, or you're really jealous of some people. You have envy. Think of someone that you feel envious of. Okay, now that envy is another emotion that you might be handling. Are you envious of someone? Maybe it's maybe your competition in your profession. Maybe you're envious of people who are more attractive or more wealthy or whatever the envy may be. Usually you're envious of someone who's quite close to you. You don't tend to be envious of people who are far from you. But usually, unfortunately, it happens within your friend circle or your relative circle. Usually we hold big grudges with people who are in our immediate family. So I want you to just take down the time and say, I am letting go of this envy, bitterness, and resentment. Okay? If you like, type it in the comments below. I am letting go of my bitterness, envy, and resentment. All right, and add at the end, because I want to be free. I'm doing it for me. Say, I'm doing this for me. I'm letting go of my envy, bitterness, and resentment. And if you like, just type it in the comments. Let me read your comments a little. Okay, great. I am letting go. That's right. Okay, because this is why I love philosophy. Philosophy allows you to pull away from the problem, and you get what is called the view from above. Plato called this the view from above. And it's about the size, the height of a drone, okay? Imagine a drone right over you. So when you're above in this position, everything doesn't seem as dramatic. You know how we create melodrama in our life? You create melodrama in your life. Do you ever do that? Come on, be honest. Do you ever create melodrama in your life? I'm sure you do. Okay, just admitting it. Do you ever find yourself that you're like in some kind of Mexican soap opera drama? Okay, you dramatizing things. You know, someone says something and you all of a sudden become so pissed off, so angry, how could they dare speak to me like that? Do you ever have that? How dare they speak to me? Who do they think they are? Do you ever have this kind of reaction? Let's be honest. You do, I do, everybody does. But here is where the beauty of philosophy comes in, the beauty of self-reflection. And that's when you're like, you know what? That is their problem. You see, in the ALKISTIS method, we have a thing called ethos, pathos, logos. Okay? And every thought that we have, we pass it through this filtering system. You know? So say you have a thought like, oh, how dare that person speak about me like that, or say that thing, or do that thing. Instead of getting yourself, I mean, you don't like yourself when you're like that. Do you like yourself when you're all frustrated? No, you don't. So if you want a more calm self, if you want a more stoically calm self, you know how they say he's so stoic, he's so calm. If you want to become stoically calm, if you want to acquire this, what we call in Greek, ataraxia, this unshakable quality, you have to pass your thoughts through these three filters, okay? Now, the first filter in the ALKISTIS method is you have to ask yourself, is it true? Is this thing that I'm thinking in my head, is it true? Or am I generalizing or dramatizing? So let's go ahead. Think of a frustrating thought that you have. And don't tell me you haven't had any, okay, over the last day or two. You've got something that's just eating at you, okay? You've got this little roommate inside your head, don't you? There's a roommate inside your head. I don't know what name you've given him, but there's a little roommate inside your head, and he or she is talking to you. And they have like a compulsive, stressful thought. It might be about someone else, or it could be about something else, something that's bothering you. I would like you to write that phrase in the comments below. What is your most frustrating thought? What is your most frustrating thought? And if you want, as I said, join me in the Zoom room. There's a Zoom room link just below this in the previous post. There's a Zoom room link. And you can come out and talk to me and say, ALKISTIS, you know, this is my most frustrating thought right now. This is it. Okay? My mother-in-law is pissing me off, or my wife is pissing me off. My children won't do this. The economy is destroying my business. Go ahead and tell me exactly what's on your mind, and I will help you process it with the ALKISTIS method, ethos, pathos, logos. So I want you to hold that thought in your mind right now. Hold that thought, okay? It really helps if you write it down in the comments below. It really helps if you write it down in the comments. What is your most frustrating thought? And if you don't want other people to see it, not that anyone's looking at your comments, we're all doing our own personal inner work, go ahead and send me a private message in Messenger and write me your biggest problem, your most frustrating thought. Or as I said, go into the Zoom room right now. Let me just see if I could read some of your comments. Okay, great, excellent. Okay, so keep that thought right now, the most frustrating thought you have, and pass it through the filter. Is it true? Okay, this is the number one question. This is what Socrates, the Greek philosopher, this is what he's all about. If you want to know what is Socrates in a nutshell, Socrates' main lesson to us is to be truthful. Above all, to ourself. For Socrates, if you did not live a life of truth, if you were not truthful, you could never be happy. You could never find fulfillment. You can never thrive. Okay, the Greek word for thriving and flourishing is eudaimonia, eudaimonia, as the British say, eudaimonia. So if you want to flourish, you have to start being more truthful to yourself. Okay, less lies to yourself. You have to start being brutally honest. So look at that thought. Look at that thought that you wrote, that frustrating thought that you have. What is your most frustrating thought right now in your life? Okay? Go ahead and ask yourself, is it true? Or maybe I'm dramatizing a little. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic. You think just a little? Maybe you're generalizing, or you're predicting, okay? You're becoming the clairvoyant. You're looking into the future and predicting the worst. Now, this future, has it happened yet? No. So who are you to predict the future? Okay, for example, if you've got a business and you're saying, oh my God, I'm heading towards bankruptcy. Now you keep saying that to yourself, that you're heading towards bankruptcy. And guess what? Energy goes where attention flows. Okay, energy flows where attention goes. So if you keep saying, I'm going to be bankrupt, if you're predicting your own doom, your own destruction, then obviously you're going to be creating that. It's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you have to be very careful about predictions. Okay? So once you have passed it through the filter of ethos, remember, ethos, pathos, logos are the three filters of the ALKISTIS method. So take that thought that you've been having this week, today, and say to yourself, is it really true? I don't think it's very true. You've been lying to yourself. How have you been lying to yourself? Okay? How have you been lying to yourself? It's so important that we are brutally honest with ourselves. And one thing you need to become aware of is that there are some things that you can change and affect, and there are other things that you cannot change and affect. Okay? Take, for example, the coronavirus. Can you change it? Are you going to stop the epidemic? You can't stop it. It's a worldwide phenomenon. But what can you do to protect your health? Well, social distancing, wearing a mask when you go into closed spaces, using antiseptic when you shake hands or avoid shaking hands. So there are some things you can do, and there are other things you cannot do. And it's very important to understand the difference. So is there something that you can do about that problem, that you can do? What is the most amazing thing that you can do for your problem, to solve your problem? That is to change your way of thinking, to change your perspective on your problem. First of all, stop lying to yourself. Stop having a belief system that is self-sabotaging. Okay? I'm just going to take time to read a little of your comments here. Hello, hello. And excellent. All right. So I'm glad you're all working with your personal problems. So once you have tested your beliefs and realize that some of them are lies, some of them are half-truths. You're lying to yourself, you're sabotaging yourself. This is the filter of ethos. Ethos is the most important filter, I would say. As I said, Aristotle, Socrates, all the Greek philosophers, they tell you that what the most important thing you can do is be honest, speak the truth, and think the truth. And when you're oversimplifying things, when you're overgeneralizing things, when you're dramatizing and predicting the future, that is a lie you're telling yourself. So stop it. Stop lying to yourself. Now, the second filter that we are going to pass your thoughts and beliefs through, that particular frustration that you're working with, right? We're working on this one frustration now that you have. Take that belief, take that sentence, and pass it through the second filter of the ALKISTIS method. And what is that? It's the filter of Pathos. Is it kind? Is it kind? And when you keep repeating that belief to yourself, are you being kind to yourself? No, you're not being kind. It's a self-sabotaging thought. You're not being kind to yourself. All right, be honest. You're being mean to yourself. And what about the other people involved? Look at that sentence that you wrote. Look at that belief that you have. Is that kind to the other person? Are you being kind? Are you giving them a chance to be something else? Or are you labeling them? Are you fixating them? Because you know, once you label someone and you say, oh, my husband is an idiot or he's a loser, what are you doing? You're labeling him, you're limiting him, you're fixating him, and that's not kind. So it's not a kind thing to do, and nor is it kind to yourself. Even when you're accusing someone else, it's not being kind to you. Because when you're accusing someone in your mind, how does that make you feel? Oh, do you feel all superior? Because that's a fake sense of superiority, I'll tell you that much. That's a cheap way to feel superior. The best way to feel superior is to lift people up, is to boost people up, especially people who have emotional disabilities. Because that's who you're dealing with. You're dealing with someone with an emotional disability. So have more kindness, be more caring. You know what the Greek philosopher Plato said? He said that you should be kind to everyone you meet because you don't know what heavy burden they are carrying. So try to imagine what kind of heavy burden that person is carrying. Even if they lied to you, they're driven by fear. It's something you should feel sorry for that person. Okay? So that's the second filter. The second filter of the ALKISTIS method is the filter of Pathos. And the main question in the filter of Pathos is it kind? Now let's move to the third filter of the ALKISTIS method. The third filter of the ALKISTIS method. What is it for you guys who've been watching me? Come on, I want to see it in your comments. What's the third filter? Okay? If you answer it, you get a prize. I will send you a free summary of my book. Okay, that's a free giveaway. What's the third filter of the ALKISTIS method? I just mentioned it about 5 minutes ago. Okay, what's the third filter? You guessed it. It's logos, logic and reason. You know, the ancient Greeks practically invented logic and reason. This is what sets Greek philosophy apart from all the mysticism and magic, okay, that existed during that time. Greece, why do we say the light of Greece? Why do we say that Greece was a breakthrough for humanity? The Greek philosophers in classical Greece in the 5th century BC, they began to think more rationally, more scientifically. They allowed logic and reason and started thinking clearly, okay? beyond religion, beyond superstition. They looked at how do things work, like why does lightning work the way it works? And they approached it more scientifically. They began to use logic and reason. So you have logic and reason. Let's just start making it work for you. Look at your belief system. Look at that belief sentence, okay? If you've been watching these last 10 minutes, you know that I had you write out your deepest fear, your most frustrating thought. Look at it. Is it logical? Does it make sense? And most of all, is it useful to you to have that thought? Is it useful to you to have such a self-sabotaging thought? I don't think so. So, just saying a negative thing, just saying a fixating belief, it's going to trap you. So it's not a useful thought. Now I'm asking you, how can you make that sentence, that belief that you wrote down, this thing that's been frustrating you this week, today, okay? You've been having this negative, frustrating thought all week this week, all day today. It lowers your energy. How can you transform that sentence and turn it into a more empowering belief? Write down your new sentence in the comments below. I want you to write down your new belief system and make sure that it is more truthful, more kind, and more useful. Applying the 3 filters of ethos, pathos, and logos of the Alkistis method of Aristotle and Socrates, go ahead and apply the Alkistis method to your sentence, to your belief system, and transform that belief system. Transform that sentence. And please go ahead and share it in the comments below. Write down your new positive sentence. It's okay if you didn't send in or write to me the problem, the frustration. Go ahead and write that new reborn sentence. So what is it? It's a positive affirmation. It's a positive sentence now. It is more truthful. So you've corrected your thinking. It's based in truth, not lies anymore. What else have you corrected? You've made it more kind to yourself and others. In other words, you just go over and edit it. Just rewrite your sentence. I hope you're all busy rewriting your sentences right now. Rewrite that belief statement. And then go ahead and also make sure it's more useful to you. You know what you could do? You can add at the end of that sentence an action step, a call to action. That would make it more useful. That would make it more useful to you. Correct? Am I right or am I right? You're right, obviously. So let's see. I want to read some sentences. I am a strong, powerful woman. I am trying harder every day. Okay. Excellent. So you're transforming your limiting belief systems by using the Alkistis method. That's it. It's not so hard. Now you might say, yeah, but Alkisti, I don't believe in this new belief system yet. I don't believe in this sentence. I've written the sentence down. I did the work. Okay. But I don't believe it yet. There is where I want you to use the guided meditations. As you know, every week I upload a guided meditation. Now, what do? You take this belief, this new sentence, and you say it when you are in the guided meditation. These guided meditations are recorded so that they bring your brain to alpha mode. Now, in alpha mode, your brain is very receptive. Very receptive. So what you do is you listen to the guided meditation and you implant this new belief, in the guided meditation and watch it work for you. After only a couple of sessions, you will begin to notice you are transforming. All right? Just listen to any guided meditation that I have uploaded, or go to my website and get a free MP3. It's there. It's for your using. Okay? And listen to that MP3, that guided meditation every day. It's only 20 minutes. Use it as a break during the day. Just take a 20-minute break. If you're at work, you can put your headphones on and listen to the guided meditation. In there, you will repeat your positive affirmation, and slowly you reprogram your mind. Why? Because the ALKISTIS method is both ancient Greek philosophy combined with neurocoaching. Okay? So it's ancient Greek wisdom combined with neuroscience. Okay? And that's why we use the deep visualization, the guided meditation. We go into deep, basically it's like self-hypnosis. I don't want to freak you out. It's just a deeply relaxing state. So that's what you got to do. That's your homework for this week. Work on practicing your new belief system. I've given you all the tools, guys, and I want you to start calling in with your problems. Call in, go into the Zoom room, and ask me your biggest fear and frustration. And I am here for you. I am here for you your whole life long, okay? Until I'm 95 years old, I'm going to be right here on Wednesdays. So send me your questions. We're here the whole life long. We're in this journey together, okay? We're going to do this all together, and I'm going to be helping you to transform your life through the ALKISTIS method. So go ahead for next week. Write me your biggest problem, your biggest frustration, and I will use it as an example here on the live, on the Wednesday live, right? And this way, many more people can benefit from your problem, right? We can help you, but we can help other people deal with their most frustrating problem. So I want to thank you for tuning in. If you have any last questions, go ahead and put them in the comments here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Zoom. I'm reading your comments before I tune out. If I can help any one of you last minute, go ahead. So that's all for today, my dears. Lots of love from Greece. Okay? Lots of love from the lovely Greece, and you're all welcome to come and travel to Greece. Greece is open. Greece is corona safe. It's all under control here. So I hope to see you all in person at one of my retreats here in Greece at the Athenian Riviera, okay? Or just go in to my website. Make sure you download my online program. You may enjoy the online program. If you can't come to Greece, you'll have the online program combined with these lives. Lots of love. I love you all. Take care. And I'm just going to leave you with a little scene from the sea. Would you like that? I'm going to just leave you with a lovely view. Okay. Okay.